15 minutes of fame. There are people who are blessed with getting all the figgy pudding. But see, there's a lesson, right? And we all know of, stories in which somebody finds a treasure and they're told to take what they can keep, don't get too greedy. One of my favorite, it's an iteration of it, but it's in a larger story where, and I'll keep the story a mystery. Perhaps I'll reveal it in the Patreon show. But these characters are in an ancient land, went through a tough journey, and they come across a mighty guardian, right? And they befriend him, and they're trying to really go home. And the guardian says to them, "Take what you can carry. That's it. Like, take what you can carry, and that's it." But there was a person who got very greedy and lost it all. However, going forward from that, there are people who, when they reach the sun, they don't stop and think, how long will this last until it's the end for me? Hawk Tuah girl. I know, we all saw the funny video. Hawk Tuah girl, Haley Welch, which is her real name, she's being sued by her investors. Now, the thing is, her 15 minutes of fame, one can argue, okay, it made people laugh, but then she got blessed, supported, got a huge boost of doing huge promo events, getting paid $30K to $100K just to show up, and then eventually getting a very popular podcast called Talk Tuah. I think it was in the top 10 at this point in time. Hey, 2024, year of the dragon, year of good luck. But the key word is but here, folks. I want to share this tab here with all of you. I think it's coming crashing down because the thing is, a smart person who's in the media landscape will look at what they got and fortify it, not go into the crypto scam, okay? Because we're going to be playing some videos in which, again, it's now been almost 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, give or take, since we last heard of Haley Welch and her Talk Tuah show. Because right now, Hawk Tuah, Haley Welch is being sued by investors. So the murky group behind Hawk Tuah girl Haley Welch meme coin, which crashed hours after its launch, absolutely horrific there, was sued by investors for failing to register the cryptocurrency according to court records filed Thursday. The coin was inspired by Welch, 22, who shot to internet fame earlier this year after making a raunchy comment during TikTok video that went viral. By the way, she never really kind of thanked the guys that, did that interview with her. She kind of like dismissed them. She has since capitalized on her newfound fame with custom merchandise and the podcast Talk Tuah, which, mind you, the deals for that are pure gold. The lawsuit alleges that the Cayman Island-based sellers, Cayman Islands, oh my goodness, why would you get it? As well as the promoters behind the Hawk token, used Welch's fame to falsely promote the meme coin as a registered security. Welch had eagerly plugged the meme coin's launch on her podcast and to her 2.6 million Instagram followers. Listen, I'm going to talk to you here real quick. Audience, my people, do not fall into the trap or hype of influencers or people in social media, okay? Especially if they're promoting like NFTs or Bitcoins or any kind of e-currency, okay? Do not take financial advice from somebody who's in that sphere, okay? Because people who do that, there's a lot of desperation. I've seen a lot of documentary videos on how people are just desperately trying to get on the next big thing. I get it. Everybody wants to be rich. Everyone wants quick fame. But if you're going to be relying on these social media influencers, because everything on social media is fake. When you see these people living their best lives, they're in Dubai, for example, you got to ask yourself a question. That pretty Instagram model, how'd you get to Dubai? Because that ain't cheap. And there's things, we've all heard the stories, and I got to be careful what to say here, but it ain't cheap. And the stories are rather frightening and rather stinky. Everything on social media is fake. It's all fake. So beware of these influencers. Continuing on here. All right, just protect yourselves at all times. Don't fall for the trap. The suit filed in the first U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York, named Tuah the Moon Foundation, Over Here Ltd., and its founder, Clinton S.O., launched the coin, and social media influencer Alex Larson Schultz, also known as Doc Hollywood, as defendants. Hey, Welch was not named in the lawsuit, so she's not named in it, But it all comes crashing down, though, in a way. The coin hit a 490 million market cap shortly after its launch on December 4th, but tanked more than 90% less than $100 million within hours. Oh my goodness. So she's not in the suit. However, other people are. But see, it's her name, her face. See, your name is your name. And a lot of people are going to be angry here. Now, before we continue on with the rest of the article, there is a great content creator who goes by the name Coffeezilla, and he has done phenomenal work exposing scams, crypto scams, casino scams, online scams. I mean, Coffeezilla is one of the dauntless few, and I encourage all of you to follow him, support his work. He is the true definition of somebody who could smell BS a mile away. 4 miles away, 8 miles away. And this is the infamous showdown. This is a little bit longer video of it where he joins the Talk Truth X space in which Haley Welch was a part of. And they're addressing the situation, what was happening to their Hawk Tuah coin going on here. So let's go ahead and play this video.
This is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No. That's not true.
That is true. That's a fact.
No, it's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So
yeah, we know. We trust me. We were there. We could answer that.
You know about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why we can answer it.
Okay, so there's tokens going directly from the main account.
Coffeezilla, just chill for a second.
And then it's getting sold for 50K. Who is that?
Definitely not us. You think we're doing this for 50K? Yeah, fucking right. Talking to the wrong guy. You're used to these bullshit scammers out here. Not us. Now, we had...
That's what everyone says, by the way.
Listen, doesn't matter. No, I'm not everyone. There was a strategic allocation, right, through a foundation. Every single one of those was...
Herb Green. Coffeezilla is not the guy you want digging into your shite closet if you're doing anything shady. Case in point, don't do it and don't get involved with these crypto scams. I know, listen, folks, I know there's a lot of hype around Bitcoin, but the time to have bought Bitcoin was when it's way early on in its infancy. And then once it got good, you should have just dropped out of it right away. I mean, there's so many people right now holding on to meme stocks and cryptocurrencies and NFTs. And the thing is, folks, I mean, I understand, but see, the problem with the get rich quick scheme is that it only works for a few. And majority of people become victims. So anything you see online, really ask yourself, is it worth it? And the answer is no. I'm so sorry, and there's a lot of pain and suffering here. And because of these actions, people are going to notice. And when you have Coffeezilla, who's been doing this for years, say that yours is the worst one he's ever seen, that's saying a lot, because he's probably seen some more intricate, well put together scams that he had to really investigate and dig into. Don't want to say too much, but I think this was just like the lightest work he's ever did, and he's still surprised by the amount of insanity.
Was signed through a SAFT. The deployer wallet, you've heard of a strategic allocation or
Richard Cron? No, and absolutely no. Get up, go see the White House counselor. Go.
How much did y'all get doing a pre-sale? How much did y'all make?
Jamie Teisel, good to see you, Jamie. All the best to you, my friend. Hope you are well, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you. If you weren't in on Bitcoin by 2010, you missed the boat. Absolutely. That's the truth of it. There you go.
It's not that
selling out your fans. So
over here, can you give
exact?
Hold on, Coffeezilla, take a chill pill, brother.
So y'all just rug pulled a bunch of people.
No, there's no rug. We're here every single day. There's no rug pulled. And it's not done by us. Yes, snipers sniped it up to an insane market.
No, it's not just snipers.
That was not us.
That was listen. You know that.
Listen, no. I'm telling you the truth.
And y'all made millions on fees from this little scheme.
There's not a.
I'm sure that's not you getting those fees, right? Who's making the money on the fees? Who's making millions of dollars on fees from this rug pull?
That's not a scheme. That's the project. So we can keep this thing going for years. Okay, how do you think?
These things are not designed to last for years. They're designed to get in, get out. Put it in, pull out. Oh, that's a horrible choice of words. But you get what I'm saying here, folks. There ain't no clean mess. There ain't no long-term situation. All these things are the same. All of them are the same.
There's so many expenses.
Who makes the money on the fees? Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there.
You know what? I think very little about cryptocurrencies and crypto scams. I mean, my goodness, but this stuff has hurt so many people. And I hate it when there are institutions that prey on people's desperation, all right? But also, listen, if you are going to take financial advice from somebody who got 15 minutes of fame, or is it anybody trying to do this kind of thing, then look, a fool and his wall will be easily separated. I mean, here's what I think about it.
And here's what I think about it.
I got to find more stuff like this.
With meteor pools. And that goes to, yes, the creator, right?
Which is who? Who does that who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project, right?
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welch, right? And
how much does Haley Welch own?
This is Haley Welch's project.
So she owns all of it.
Coffeezilla.
Did she just make $1 million on fees on a rug?
The worst person to say to take a chill pill to is Coffeezilla, especially when it comes in bringing the receipts. Tomes of information. I have followed his work, watched his videos. Sometimes I'm flabbergasted by the amount of insanity that's out there. So when I say protect yourselves at all time, or if you see somebody talking about a get-rich-quick scheme, try and stop them before they go all in. Because usually that's how people's monies disappear. No such thing as an easy way out. I'm sorry, folks.
Do you know how much it costs for lawyer fees to create a foundation in the Cayman Islands, to hire directors? You think this stuff pays for itself, right?
So y'all wanted to make the money on day one? I don't understand. I'm just asking.
We're here every single day.
Millions of dollars in fees from the rug.
Day 2, day 3. You know, this is how you run a project forever. Is you have to fund that. First of all, over here can speak to the extensive amount of work and time and people that are on this project. Over here has around 18 people working on this right now as we speak. This is not a small time type of nothing. We're really trying to do something here and not just do it for one day and do it for 2 days like you're used to.
So who made the money? You haven't answered the question. Who made the money? How much did Haley Welch make of that million, 1.8 million?
It's a foundation that is running this project.
How much does she own of it?
It's a foundation. She owns 0 of the foundation.
So y'all made the money?
No, I don't own the foundation either. A foundation in the Cayman Islands.
Who profited? Over $1 million was just made.
I'm telling you, a foundation that pays people out. And by the way, Coffeezilla, I'm not asking you, questions that are irrelevant to the most important stuff that you said. Who cares where fees go? It goes to bills.
Well, when you're charging 15%,
it goes to accounts. It goes to directors.
If you're charging 15% on the rug pool,
right?
And you're profiting from the
There's
rug
no
pool.
rug pool because we didn't pull a rug. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not true. That's defamation.
Doc,
you're saying,
do the math. Do the math.
Defamation. You're saying that we pulled the rug. There was no rug pull.
3%.
You're defaming our character.
Are you not going to let me talk? You just talk over me. You talk over me.
I'm hearing bullshit. So why?
No,
why
you're not. You're talking over
seriously?
me. Let me just lay out your tokenomics. You guys released 3% to the Meteora pool, while you have 17% of the token allocation unlocked day 1 from your strategic allocation. Are you guys insane? What do you guys think exactly is going to happen when your insiders get sent their tokens? And by the way, who made the money from your 17% pre-sale while you're giving a tiny piece of the pie to the public? Like, what the hell? This is the worst tokenomics I've ever seen, and it is a scam.
It's not a scam.
The tokenomics are a scam. That's my opinion. You can say whatever you want about it. You can cry defamation. That's my opinion. It's a scam.
Well,
and I only do this for a living. I've only seen 1 million of these projects.
So who pays you, Coffeezilla? Let's track your.
All right, you're trying to do the Uno reverse card. Who pays Coffeezilla? Well, Coffeezilla has established himself as an independent journalist. He has patron supporters and people who support his work. He self-funds himself, and he has people who do like his content and support him. So it's, you know, a controversial thing, but his own hard work and grit. There you go. You know, true grit, hard work. That's who does it. And see, the thing is, Hollywood Doc is just saying, or Doc Hollywood, sorry about that, saying, "Oh, who pays you? Who pays you?" Oh, wow, powerful defense there, buddy. That Uno reverse card, so powerful. You know, this guy named Lo Pan from Big Trouble in Little China. You know, caught the knife, tried to throw it back, but then up, Jack threw that knife right back at Lo Pan. How'd that work out?
Well,
Turn it around. Turn it
but
around.
over
turn
here,
it around.
why don't you tell
Nobody's
Coffeezilla
here
what
for
we're
me.
doing
Everyone's
with this
here
project?
for you. Where did the fees go? Where did the money for the pre-sale tokens go? Why did y'all unlock day one so people could dump on Haley Welch's fans? And how involved was she really? And how much?
And this right here is when he gets muted. Whoopsie.
I just got muted.
Yeah, so I mean, like we as mentioned, like we raised a 17% strategic allocation that was done at a $16.69 million valuation. You know, we tried to kind of keep that as decentralized as possible. You know, like we tried to basically, you know, we spent a lot of time going person by person at the start. You know, like trying to raise you know 5K checks. You know, like obviously the restriction there was, you know, we discussed this extensively with a lot of different people in the space. As mentioned, you know, I've been in the space myself for over 10 years.
So it is interesting that they had to silence him, mute him, tell him to keep quiet because he had him on the ropes. You know, if anything, it's like that scene from The Simpsons when Homer was Krusty the Clown and he's beating up the equivalent to the Hamburglar. You know, he was beating him. Coffeezilla was just like, everyone's like, yeah, beat him. Get him. And of course, you know, there's probably that one person in the sidelines like, stop it, stop it. They're already dead. You know? And hold on, wait, right there it says Hawk Tuah, it was Trey. It was Trey. And the misogynistic says, who funds Trey? No one funds Trey, okay? All right. And hold on, you got to ask yourself, what would Jack Burton do? That's right, Cobra Commander. Absolutely, indeed. But also, see, Haley also had another moment in which she was speaking to the group chat. And since then, when she made this infamous statement, we haven't heard from her for quite some time.
Curious, like, not for the token price itself, but just in terms of the fact that there's fees that are being generated, there's an actual like
Hey
source
guys,
of income.
I hate to interrupt you, Nick.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hello there. But
Yeah.
anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
You're hosting an X space where people have concerns about what happened to their money. Okay? Now, you help promote it and you're associated with all these people here. You just can't say, "Hey guys, I'm going to bed." That's a recipe for disaster.
Generated, there's an actual like
Hey
source
guys,
of income.
I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But
Yeah.
anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay. Curious, like,
Yeah. Anywho, going to bed. Hardlands Media. Look up Haley meeting with Mark Cuban. Oh, yes. Yes, we have seen it. Yes, I've seen that video. We've all seen the video, you know, talking about getting involved in crypto. And again, folks, my advice is do not do it, you know. But however, you know, if anyone wants to, you know, get involved in it, you know, tread carefully. Okay. Now, there's a little bit more into this article here, just to share with all of you. As I read before, the coin hit 490 million market cap shortly after its launch on December 4th, but tanked more than 90% to less than 100 million within hours. The pre-sale of the coin had raised approximately 2.8 million at the valuation of 16.69 million ahead of the launch date, the plaintiff's lawyers wrote in the suit. Investors said they lost more than $151,000. Continuing on, the day after the coin's turbulent launch, so made the Tuah Foundation an offshore entity and sold 17% of tokens through the foundation to a group of people to escape security laws, according to the complaint. But the sellers behind the coin continued promoting the remaining 83% of tokens and made no serious attempt to ensure those purchasing the coins were outside the U.S., the suit said. The project clearly was intended to take advantage of the American market, the complaint said. So literally, that the token holders would essentially be shareholders, the plaintiff said. But the Hawk token was never registered as a security by defendants, according to the suit. We have been extremely transparent about the limited scope and extent of our involvement in the Hawk Tuah token project. An Over Here spokesperson told Bloomberg, we are confident that we have done nothing wrong. Despite the coin bearing her Hawk Tuah brand, there has been radio silence on the controversy from Welch. She has not posted on her social media or uploaded a new podcast since the coin crashed. Haley did not immediately respond to a request for comment, which is probably the best thing she can do at this point in time. Well, what's the lesson in here? There's always a price to fame, and sometimes people get very, very greedy. We've seen this before in social media. We've seen people rise drastically high and then crash. The lesson is, be happy with what you have. And be careful what you wish for. I mean, in this day and age where people want to be an influencer or have so much power and clout, there's always a price to pay. Always a huge price. And when you get too greedy, when you start getting involved in situations that are perhaps outside of your element, that's when disaster strikes. Be careful out there, people. Be careful out there and keep your heads on a swivel. And as for the story for Hawk Tuah, Talk to Haley Welch and everyone else that's involved in this. It's only the beginning, but beware. Beware of the price of fame. It'll always have a heavy price.